Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.
On Street Talk, what we do, we deal with political, social, and economics. Here in Michigan, the U.S., and abroad. Now, joining me tonight is Mr.
Paget Maynard.
We got a lot to cover, so one of the things, Paget, that's been on my mind for the last few days is that this young boy kills both of his parents. They come to school to pick him up. Now, they go to school to pick him up, and somehow, you know, he's got a gun. And I can't remember if they said how he got the gun, or he had the gun, or what, but killed both of his parents as they went to school to pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's happening, man?
I could say in one word, sin.
Mm-hmm.
I could say the devil.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anything of that nature from the religious standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
You could also go back and look at it a different way and say, well, perhaps he had some mental issues. They were never resolved. Maybe he had some problems with the parents and never got resolved, and now springtime coming on, you usually get more suicide and people losing it at this time of the year. So whatever went down with him, I don't know. I don't know the person or anything like that. But possibility is he had some kind of mental issue and he snapped. Whatever they did or didn't do, or whatever they reminded him of, was he high on drugs? What? I don't know. And unfortunately, they paid the price.
You know, in the last, I would say, last couple of years, we've just really seen some really outlandish murders. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and one thing we talked about this a little bit. You know, is that the availability of guns.
Yes.
You know, and I was listening to something over the weekend, and this guy in Florida, you know, he's got a little, you know, he's raised age limit to 21, and
Yeah.
he did a few more things, and the gun lobby is, they suing him, in fact.
Listen, these politicians have been so beholden to the NRA for so long.
Mm-hmm.
They look to them for their rating,
Mm-hmm.
whether they get an A plus, B minus, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is so important to them and their re-election.
Yeah.
all the talk about raising the age, okay, fine. But I think we need to go a little further. Raise the age from, what, 18 to 21 to buy an assault rifle.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, you don't need an assault
Yeah,
rifle.
that's the main thing.
So we should ban them completely.
Mhm.
No one should be able to have these on the street.
No.
Period.
No.
These were not intended for home
No.
purposes and for personal protection.
No. No.
So we know that.
No.
So then, get down a little deeper. Get rid of these things off the street. They're wondering, and I mentioned it the other day, in Australia. Look how many school shootings we had for the year, at least.
Mhm. Yeah.
In Australia, since '99, they haven't had one
No.
because they implemented a program
Mhm.
and it's working. Why is it we can't introduce a good program here? NRA.
That's it.
And politicians are too scared.
Mhm.
Now, if you're so scared of the NRA, then you need to get out.
Yeah.
Get out the way of other people, because you and your NRA is affecting me and my liberty
Yeah.
and my children's
Mhm.
liberty.
Yeah.
And by the way, the Second Amendment, as they are using it, is not
No.
what it is saying.
No.
It's not talking about an individual.
No.
It's the militia.
Mhm.
And you can't have a one-man militia.
No. No.
It's talking about the state,
Yeah.
the government, national.
Yeah.
We have the National Guards in each state.
Mhm.
You got the Army, Navy, Air Force,
Yeah.
Marines, National.
Mhm.
That's what it's talking
Yeah.
about. The defense of the country.
Mhm.
Not
But
you,
Yeah.
Mr. Man.
yeah. But see, the thing is that I was thinking about that all last week, thinking about how to put a 20-second commercial together, and I'll be talking to you and Dennis about it and Charles about it, but the thing is that that's Second Amendment, but see, the Second Amendment, if you're gonna go by the Second Amendment, you wouldn't have all these guns out here, everybody getting a gun and the NRA, that's my Second Amendment, that's my rights,
But don't forget, there was a first before there was a second.
Yeah.
And they're using the second to tread on so many people's first.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And the thing is that you out here, weapons at home better than the policeman, and you got military weapons in your house.
mhm.
But it's a Second Amendment.
Not only one, but many.
Yeah.
And look at it. Do you realize where your freedom begins is where somebody else has got to end?
Mhm.
Because you can't come and encroach on my space.
Right.
I have the right to this.
Mhm.
But with all the tie with the Second Amendment, one of the things we got to remember is the pursuit of life, liberty, happiness.
Mm-hmm.
We have that right.
Yeah.
What happened to those 17 gone there the other day?
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
happened to those from Sandy Hook
Yeah.
and all these other
Yeah.
schools?
Yeah. Yeah.
They no longer have
Yeah.
it because somebody foolishly
Yeah.
got rid of it.
Oh yeah, one of these. I mean, every time they show, talking about guns, it's like, and all these different guns up here. It's like, I mean, what do you need? What do you need with this kind of weapon? And I was watching some foolish guy on a network last week or week before last. Well, we use for target practice and all that. It's like, you need something like this for target practice?
Foolish.
Yeah.
Let me ask you another question then. with all this they're talking, Trump is proposing teachers being armed. They are going to spend money to train them to use the guns
Yeah.
and provide the guns.
Mhm.
Now, what is that going to do to these kids in school knowing all around them the guns?
Mhm.
What happens when some kid get out of line and challenges the teacher
Mhm.
and that teacher got to the brink and pull and shoot him?
Yeah.
Who are you going to blame?
Yeah.
The teacher? Are you going to lock up the teacher? Maybe they should lock up whoever gave the teacher.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many things to look at. I think there are going to be some serious psychological problems in those kids. Just like you find kids coming from the Middle East and so, who had nothing but bombing all around them all
Mhm.
year round.
Yeah. Yeah.
They grew up on that.
Yeah.
And our little kids in school are going to start getting into that same thing.
Yeah, because, you know, I mean, teachers supposed to teach.
Exactly.
You know, I mean that their job is to teach the kids.
You
Kid-
know, Ahmad, you know why I refused to teach when I came here? I saw what was going on, and I decided, if you could come to school with weapons, it's not school, it's a war zone.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm not going to do anything. I love the classroom,
Yeah.
but I'm not going in that kind of thing.
No.
If you want to learn, fine, I'll
Mhm.
teach. But if you come in with weapons and every time you get annoyed at somebody ready to pull it, then I don't have time for that.
No. No. And you know, the thing is that, like you were saying, okay, you've got somebody in down here with a weapon, and somebody done like this fool broke into school and began to shoot kids. So you got this teacher with a weapon, but you got the policeman coming in.
Who is going to tell who is the bad guy
Yeah.
at that time? And besides, what happened to those children helter-skelter trying to get out of the way, only to find themselves running into the way,
Yeah.
getting hurt,
Yeah.
getting killed?
Yeah.
So it's impractical, at least.
You know, and it's craziness, man. We the U.S. makes up what percentage of the
Man,
of the world? For-
we wouldn't even wait. We
For-
wouldn't even think, because we're just a small portion when you come to the world's
yeah,
population.
but
But we got most all the guns.
yeah, we got 45%. I think they said 45% of the weapons.
We don't need that.
You know, I mean,
Look, let's be practical. Why don't we take all this money we're going to put into guns, and look who we are making wealthy? The gun dealers.
yeah,
The manufacturers. NRA.
Mhm.
They're in it. The NRA is just a big front
yeah.
to sell guns for these people.
Well, yeah.
They probably are well invested in these companies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But so many people. But the good thing though, Ahmad, many of these people who are in the NRA and who own guns and whatnot, they still have a conscience. It's not everybody in it that is stupid.
Oh no,
Too many of them are still saying this is wrong.
yeah. And in fact, almost every day, some news guy or something would be saying, the people who want tighter action on gun control and all of that is way up there.
Mhm.
The people who are with the guns, and members of NRA, they still want
Mhm.
some kind of
Control.
some kind of protection or some kind of, and still, NRA, no, oh no, it's infringing on our rights,
But don't forget, Trump, he said, well, I had dinner with them and I told them, it's time we do something. But don't listen to that fool.
No,
You know what I mean? Trump says so many things, but does so little. Now, talking about Trump and his administration, what was he going to Washington to do? Drain the swamp.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
The only thing he's draining is the treasury.
Yeah, yeah.
Because him and his people
Yeah.
are making out like bandits
Oh, yeah.
out of the
Yeah,
treasury.
yeah.
All kind of expensive trips for their own
Oh
pleasure.
man.
Look how many times, 130 something days out of his 400 some days in office,
Mhm.
he has been to his personal property
Yeah.
for,
Golfing. You know.
and then who? Who is benefiting? He is.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Then he sends his son-in-law off someplace, and they're staying in one of their places. Look, it's such a racket.
Yeah.
I mean, I said before he brought in the cesspool. So getting rid of the one thing, but he bring the cesspool.
Mhm.
But man is a little worse than just a thing, you know.
Well, you know.
He pick up all the
Yeah.
the filth from all over the place and drop it in Washington.
Yeah. This is the worst. It is the worst administration ever been in Washington. It's the worst. You know, and I don't. You know, I've read some about, you know, other presidents, you know, in 1800s and all that, but
Mhm.
but overall, this is the worst president ever, and administration ever,
Hey,
in Washington
in one
ever.
year. Now, he prides himself that he has had so much accomplishment, such great accomplishments, more than any other president in a year. In fact, he claimed he has accomplished more in 1 year than some in the 8-year term. Yes, he has accomplished more than probably everybody else in some ways, but in producing nothing constructive.
No.
He has run down. Look, there's nobody I could think of who has brought such shame and disgrace to the presidency.
No.
The presidency is nothing. Look, okay. As he called him, Rocket Man over in North Korea.
Mhm.
Rocket Man sent a message. Where is your own diplomatic chain for them to go through? It came through somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll meet. We'd like to meet and we can get to talk. And what? Yeah, he's stupid fool. So think that he's accomplishing something nobody else did.
Yeah.
That he without thinking, without talking
Yeah.
to his people.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the State Department hardly exists anymore.
Right. Right.
But where these people who should be advising you, he jump up quickly and say, yes, we're going to meet by May.
Yeah.
This is March.
Yeah. Yeah. You know.
May. That's
He-
round the corner.
Right.
And you have no idea what the agenda is.
No.
What is this man asking for?
Mhm.
Trump, you have no credibility
No.
as far as diplomacy is concerned.
No. No.
And you go there, Rocket Man as you call him, is going to chew you up and spit you
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. You know.
Period.
Yeah. And the thing is that I heard the other day. North Korea got to give up this, and they got to give up that. And man, do you believe that North Korea going to give up anything? No, no. You know, and he just some of the guy was on one show. Oh, they got to North Korea going to have to do this and do this. The reason North Korea is meeting is because they feel like now
We are equals.
that's it. And
And
if
that's
you
what Trump couldn't see.
yeah, and you notice, man, no other president has met with North Korea.
No.
And Trump, he think that it's making him be bigger, and it's just making a fool out of
Rocket
him.
Man outsmart him. Because guess what? When you quickly accept an invitation from this person you're hell and fury,
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
without consulting with anybody,
Yep.
he won you because you don't know where he stands.
No.
Number two, he show you he has rockets. He tells you he has something could reach this country.
That's it. Yep.
So then, he's saying, hey, buddy, come on over. We're big alike now, man.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. You say what you want,
Yeah.
but you can't stop me.
Right.
You think it is that he wants a nuclear-free zone? No.
No.
The whole idea is, okay, guys, yeah, we're not going to go any further, but I have my stockpile already.
Yeah.
So now, no more of these. You know, we don't have to. Oh, you can keep on having your military exercises with the South.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
we don't have a problem with that
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
But no, you know why? Because we have everything we need. We're ready.
Yeah.
You make a mistake, and we hit you.
Yeah.
And look, they don't have to be afraid of anything.
Oh no. No. And again, you know, we've had Republican and Democratic presidents, and no one has met with this man because him or his father or his grandfather, you know, because they know the U.S. Department presidents know, hey, you ain't going to stop these people unless you start another war, World War III, you know, and then hey, now they've got everything that they
We
need.
got nuclear power now.
Yeah, yeah. So now you gotta, you know, if you want to talk, oh yeah, we'll talk, you know.
You know what I think? He is going to bait Trump into an agreement that's going to keep America from the area. And then he becomes monarch of all he surveys in that area.
Yeah,
He'll be the kingpin
yeah,
in Asia.
yeah.
He'll be the kingpin
Right.
for the whole. I mean, even China wouldn't even want to touch him for purpose.
No, no,
So,
no.
Trump, why don't you talk to sensible people, get a little bit between the ears,
Yeah,
and try to do something?
yeah,
Stop being so selfish, so self-centered, and giving yourself all these praises and accolades. Man, you're making yourself and the country look not even second class, but third class.
Well, you look at it now, man. All these other countries, man. Look at the U.S. and it's like the U.S. is a dump to them.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I mean, all you gotta do is look at who's representing the U.S. I mean, of all the people in the world,
His daughter,
you know,
his son-in-law.
I mean, this is it's just really outrageous.
And
And
you know something, talking about these people? A lot of things coming out these days. Mueller is closing in on Trump.
mm-hmm.
Trump is trying so hard to deflect
Yep.
things from him.
Yep.
He doesn't want the people to realize where he is.
Mm-hmm.
And so he comes up with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, his son-in-law, Jared, when he sent him down to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Mexicans not going to do anything with it. In fact, the Mexicans is one of the 4 countries that say that he is so manipulable.
Right.
They can
Yep.
manipulate him.
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
He is hungry for money for his business. He is using government time
Mm-hmm.
to negotiate, to beg for money
Yeah.
for his business.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then come down, you have like just the other day it came out. This guy, I can't get the name out of my head, met with Mueller. They interviewed him. He was before the grand jury. Before you even notice it happened. And Trump, this guy with Blackwater,
Mm-hmm.
Blackwater say it was a chance meeting. He met with them over, and this guy said no, it wasn't a chance. It was a prearranged meeting.
Mhm.
He was involved
Yeah.
in working with these people and doing these things for them.
Mm-hmm.
The UAE.
Yeah.
So come on. Do you think Mullah is so stupid, his group is so naive, that they're going to believe that? You're going to leave here, go over there for a chance meeting?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
You know, the thing is that they've been lying and lying and lying so until they're just running out of lies. You know, they're simply running out of lies.
I
You
was
know.
going to say, man, he can't run out of lies.
You
His
know-
name is Lionel.
You know, I mean, really, man, it's just and this woman who be up on
Oh, Lord.
Meet the Press
Sanders.
on Meet the you know, be
You mean the press secretary
Yeah.
you're talking about?
I mean, she be lying so much, and then she get somebody asks her something, and she
Boy,
well,
she got annoyed the other day.
oh, she always, you know, and she be lying and going on, and somebody asks her something, she already done lied about, and then she all, oh, that's next.
Look, she came the other day. A question came. I guess she anticipated something on that. And all her response was reading a written statement. You're reading a written statement. Now, talking about this woman with Trump, the adult star movie,
Yeah.
adult movie
Yeah.
star. Well, the president has denied it. Because he denies it doesn't mean it's not true.
Yeah.
And it was dealt with, but here the clincher now. She come back and she said, well, he has already won it in arbitration. Wait a second. If there was nothing to it, why are you in arbitration?
Yeah.
What are you arbitrating about?
Yeah.
But then, from the story, she wasn't even aware of this meeting. So, and here's something else. In the agreement, he gets to pick the arbitrator, he gets to pick the place, he gets to pick everything. And if she talks, every time she talks, he gets $1 million from her. Okay. Why are you asking for all of this if you didn't have anything to hide?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Ahmad, I could tell you right now, I didn't have anything to do with that woman. She didn't. You did you hear her calling my name?
No.
I don't have to go pay anybody.
No.
Then again, why would your lawyer go paying $130,000
Yeah.
and now saying, well, he hasn't been paid back?
Yeah.
But now they come out, he was using trumps.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to?
Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.